Well, I am curious why detention does not happen like it used to.
I think it's time. I think it's energy. I don't know if it works. I do think that consequences have to happen, right? I mean, I, this is a whole nother discussion. We'll have a whole nother podcast on restorative justice. I'm all for restorative justice if it's done right. But I think to restore things, there has to be some sort of consequence where there's time for everybody to think about what they need to restore, not just anyway. So this comes from Northern Skies 216.
Let me tell you how I did it.
And I love this. This is so good. So the question was, have you ever been suspended? And she answered and said, no way. I'm not saying I ain't going to prison again, not ever. So then I replied, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute, for real. I'm curious now. I want to know, like, what happened?
You can't leave us hanging like that.
She never responds, but somebody else who went to high school with her jumps in and says, I went to school with her. The reason she had to go to jail is she called a bomb threat to the school.
Jeez. Fascinated to talk to somebody that called in a fake bomb threat just to see what the consequences ended up being.
Not a joking matter, obviously.
But how was it handled? I'd be curious.
There's nothing else. That's all the comment.
No, I know, but that's what I mean. Like, I'd love to talk to somebody to hear how their experience was. Because we recently received an email, and the parents in our community about
the whole state actually was under watch. So let's share some reader stories,
because there were some hoax bomb threats, and my wife brought up a good question, and she said, what's the consequence for that kid? What happens to them? Because now you have all these parents up in arms worried about it, and it was just a hoax. And so that brought up that conversation, and I told her, I've heard of stuff, but I've never been a part of an actual hoax like that.
Well, and I'll be honest, that goes into a bigger question about can you punish someone severe enough for emotional, like, just like the distress, the damage that caused multiple kids. I mean, we're talking, so, and it wasn't just Utah, right? There was other states that were involved. I think there was 13 states, if I remember correctly, reading the article, that were in on this. This happened actually last week.
In on
it. Anyway, I was just fascinating. So, this is one that I love, right? This listener is right up my alley. 3 times in my school career. First time was in 4th grade. A school bully kept bullying me for being fat, so I eventually snapped and put his head through a window.